Kilpailussa mukana Ramirent. Kotikatsomon eväät tarjoaa Kotipizza.
Ladies and gentlemen, you can feel the hype in the air as we move into the Back-9 here at the very final round at NBDG Tyyni 2021 at Sibir Disc Golf Course. Oh man, it's been some fantastic shooting. The scores has been up and down throughout the front nine, and now we are about to crown the champion of the biggest tournament in Europe. My name is Jørn Kvig. I got with me Dean Schaub, and we are the Perfect Flight commentary duo. And oh man, Dean, do we have some disc golf to look ahead for?
Man, our scores are tight. The course is looking tight. The gallery is looking good. It's sunny. It's nice. We have some shirtless Finns in the house. And some pretty good disc golf too. Luukas is out in the lead at -18. And here we go into the Back-9. There's some scoreable holes. But we're starting with a bit of an uphill. Hole number 10. Idar, what do we got?
Oh, we got a steep uphill, par 457 meter. Usually we'll see a backhand landing around the corner. Here is the ideal zone for a straight shot towards the basket. So really the biggest mistake off the tee is to saw it off early or going too straight. After that, you just gotta contend with the trees, trying to sneak around them, either forehand, backhand, high zero and high zero straight on it. So really just a good placement shot is what Luukas will be looking at, who is the current leader here after some really hot finish to the front nine. And this is going too wide, not at all what he wanted to.
If you listen to the interview with Luukas after round 2, he's very comfortable in front of a crowd, very comfortable on camera. Let's see how comfortable he is 2 shots up on 3 really great golfers breathing down his neck.
Yeah, we have Jesse. He was the runner-up here at the Finnish Championship last year here at Sibir. Oh, that's an unlucky break, hitting one of the branches and just get kicked into the left there. Niklas, the reigning Finnish champion, knows this course well. This looks like the line. Oh, and hits a tree as well. Unlucky break. Man, these guys are not having the best start to the Back-9. Let's see if Lauri can change that. He went into this final round with the lead, now down by 2.
Looks like a pioneer in Lauri's hand. If you want to hear a full rundown of his bag, you can check out our interview with him on the podcast, The Perfect Flight.
High, a little too wide. Yeah, ending up, I would say, actually in a pretty good spot. Best of the bunch. Of course, wanted to go a little bit further, but in the middle of the fairway is better off than the rest of the guys here. Very tricky run up for Niklas here. You can see he's he's running up square towards where he's throwing. Just going over everything. Wow.
What a shot.
That's some Simon line right there by Niklas, a young Discmania player.
I was holding my breath because all I wanted to say was like, what is he doing? But, being good at disc golf, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, yes, this is some work to be done. Needs to pan out. And it does not. Just from one forest to another.
Didn't see a lot of this on the front nine. The guys straight up in the jungle, but Back-9 is not starting out great for Jesse and Luukas.
Yeah, Luukas is out there. Should have an easy up and down for his par. Shout out to the 1,000 rated U-Disc scorekeeper in the back there, Jan Hirsimäki.
Very few people love U-disc as much as Yarny.
That's true. As we see Lauri with a nice little straight forehand upshot.
See that glow justice that Jesse carries? Look for an aggressive approach to the basket here.
Yeah, another up and over kind of shot. Good execution, circle edge putt. Gotta be rough to go scramble, but now he's up there.
Super smooth from Luukas. We're getting to know his game really well over the last 2 days. He should be fine for a par here.
Long look for Niklas. Who had a huge circle 2 putt just a couple of holes ago. Oh, that is nice. Good putt by Jesse. Excellent focus by the cameraman as well. I see you. I see where your focus at. I like it.
We did the commentary for the Finnish Nationals, as we've mentioned, and Jesse and Niklas down the stretch just refused to make mistakes. Every time Jesse made a shot, Niklas seemed to make a better shot. Niklas won that battle in a playoff, but now we have a four-way battle.
Yeah, and with that, Lauri gains his stroke for a solo second place. Gaining one on Luukas with just 8 holes to go. And this and the next hole scores pretty much on par. This is hole 11. It's a par 3, 113 meter downhill OB in the little pond you see there. Also OB on the right hand side and long. Just gotta keep a smooth little backhand slight Annie or a forehand pretty much straight to land. I think the biggest mistake you can do here is give it too much height and have it just float and glide out in the OB in the back, or of course hit some of the early trees here. Ooh. Yeah, it gets kicked down a little bit there and ending up further away from the basket, but after all, not too shabby considering he hit one of the earlier trees. This one looks a little bit right. Needs to stable up and get down in a hurry. It does not. It's the backpack, but that doesn't make any change. Just sailing off in the OB.
I imagine that was an M4 from Luukas. Very nose angle sensitive disc. High reward if you get it just right, but you see the glide out if you don't.
This looks way too high, but might get lucky. Oh, yeah, that's what I would call lucky. Just giving that a little bit too much on the inside, and of course the height there, almost making sure that he's gliding out OB, but stopping.
It's like if 2 more people had stepped on the grass there this morning, he would have been out of bounds.
I think this looks a little high as well, but should be okay. Nice little 8-meter putt from Niklas, closest of the bunch.
That's the line I really love, is that stable approach disc in between a putter and a mid, straight at the basket. Something else you have to avoid on this hole, fun fact, is snakes. I stepped on basically a nest of snakes looking for my disc once on this hole, so you definitely want to be out in the open.
Nice height, but just a little bit too much on the right hand side there by Luukas. And Lauri actually ending up closer than I thought he would. Oh. Yeah, I feel you.
We saw this from Lauri in the first round. We're seeing it now in the third round. He's just centimeters away from really making a run at this title.
And Niklas for a shared lead with Luukas and Lauri. Oh, almost jumps through the whole thing, stopping in the back there, meaning that he is on minus 17, Lauri is on minus 17, and Luukas, I assume, will hit this one for a minus 17, which means that we have a tied game again, Dean.
It's getting pretty good. Jesse lurking. And, yeah, it looks like Jonathan Hame from the chase card is pushing as well. We'll keep an eye on that as we move forward.
Moving to hole 12, par 3, 108 meters, OB on the right-hand side and on the left-hand side. Got to keep it nice, high and wide for a hyzer spike down towards the basket, which is pretty treacherous. If you go too short, you will have an absolute death putt towards the OB there. So we'll see how the guys are solving this. But let's hope for some bogeys, for some birdies. Yeah, my bad.
We got a hater on the commentary. This is one of those holes the pros can make look super easy, but when you stand on that tee pad, there's nothing easy about it.
Not at all.
Niklas hanging his head in shame when he let that one go, but a pretty good result. If you have a big hyzer, this hole, like I said, can be relatively straightforward. If you don't, it can be a nightmare.
This is what I talked about. Lauri is now faced with a death putt from 14 meters. He will have some decisions to make.
Yeah, and like we also just said, we've seen Lauri go off the top of the basket. We've seen him cage ones from those distance. Let's see if he can get it going.
This is looking perfect by the forehand master. Yes, just showing off his backhand skills there as well. I will admit, looking at last year's season with Jesse, I think he stepped up his backhand game considerably to 2021.
Yeah, for me, having watched him play a lot now, it's about adding some versatility to that backhand. And it looks like he has, I guess he listened to me. Who knows? Probably not.
Yeah, Luukas just grips locking that one a little bit too much, going too wide. Almost bounces inbounds, but this means that he will have a long approach now since he went out pretty early off the tee.
We've seen Luukas throw a lot of successful backhands, maybe not so many successful spike hyzers.
This is running the risk of the back OB there, but checks up nicely. Absolute death putt for Lauri. Oh my lord, that is a fantastic putt by Lauri.
Yeah, a little more elevator action to that putt, a little bit more of a safe run, but hey, even safe runs go in. And thanks again to Koti Pizza, keeping Yarny, Idar, and I hungry as we watch some sick replays.
If I'm going to give Lauri any advice in terms of his form, it is that fist pump needs to be a little stronger, a little bit more convincing.
Oh no.
Yeah. This hole had too many mistakes for Luukas. And I'm not going to call it already. I'm not going to call it for Luukas, but losing that many strokes in just 2 holes, coming into the last 6 holes of Tyyni, I think it just cost him.
Yeah, we are heading into 13 and 14, 2 absolute birdie holes. Can't go bogey, double bogey, and hope to stay with these 3 other guys.
No, especially now that Niklas has stepped up his putting. Let's see if hole 13, this par 303 meter, will do something for them. This is either a slight turnover backhand with a mid-range or a forehand hyzer for these guys. Of course, again, the OB is all around and in the back there. And I think the wind here plays a big role. Probably one of the holes that has the most amount of wind because of its proximity to the water. Niklas lays this one nice and wide, fading in towards the right time, and great execution.
Lays the sensei just past the basket. Let's see what Lauri can do with the forehand line.
It's looking nice and wide. Get some skip. Does. Comfortable little circle one. Hit for him. Let's see if Jesse can put it even closer.
Jesse's been really flattening this particular felon out and has had some misthrows with it. But this time checks up nicely.
Looks like we're going to have a little bit of a putt off. Everybody's in the same distance from the basket. See if Luukas can get some redemption. I like this. Slight Annie. The stable disc.
I love it. I think the viewers at home might say, oh, what an easy hole, but these guys definitely make it look that way. But what I like about holes like this, particularly in the back 9, is that you have to execute a legit golf shot with the pressure on. And yeah, I think the course designers did well here with this change in the last year.
Yep, absolutely agree. As we see, Jesse, dead center. Lauri a little high and right, but it sticks. Niklas tied for the lead. Again, a little high, but creating some separation from Luukas, which I assume will make this one. And he has three strokes to try to get in on the guys here on the last 5 holes. Yeah, we'll see how it plays out, but it's going to be tough. Let's move into hole 14, par 3, 78 meters, one of the easier holes on the course. Yeah, it's a little bit harder now with this little hazard zone in the middle, but just straight with a natural fade with a putter or a mid-range. You can even go a little bit wider hyzer with the forehand. Not the hardest of shots. Of course, you can end up going deep. Oh, that is so lucky. Yeah, I was just about to say you can end up going a little bit deep in OB there as well, but then you will have an OB putt from the green. So. Nice height for a little ace run there by Lauri.
Lauri expects a lot from the spotters we see. And fair enough. Throw him a bone, guys. I like this play from Jesse. This is his straight harp on a forehand. It's what he's most comfortable with. Just has to execute.
Yeah, and stay away from this birch in front. Fight through it. He does. The tree itself is safe, of course, in the safe zone, but it's leaning out towards that hazard zone, which just makes it so much harder.
I still can't believe Niklas's did not stay in the hazard. Those multi sticks are taller than they look.
Luukas with the great drive. Slow control, just losing his energy at the perfect moment. Little left for Niklas.
Like I said, this is the opposite of what we saw from Niklas in the Finnish Championships right here at Seabay. Everything was automatic.
Yes, drains that one. Oh, yes, little smile. That's good. That's good. Ready for Luukas as well. He's on a roll. Lauri with Jesse gaining his turkey 3 in a row, really putting the pressure on the rest of the card. Just a few holes to go. This is tightening up.
This is latitude 64. The smallest of grains handled with the greatest passion. Always trying to improve, always trying to be better. Out of curiosity, excitement, thrill. For the player and the sport. Because we want to make disc golf awesome for you.
Shout out to Latitude 64 for sponsoring Tyyni yet again. So we move into, yeah, this is the darkness. There's so much woods on the left-hand side, on the right-hand side. Tight tunnel. It's only 62 meters, but boy, this can be a punishing 62 meters. Yeah, I don't know, Dean, what's your thoughts on it whole?
Yeah, this is just try to pop it through there and land on solid rock.
Oh my!
Or ring it up for the ace, if you're feeling Lauri. Rough stuff there from Lauri. He almost went viral, and instead has a tester coming back uphill. But yeah, the landing zone is super tough. So getting through the trees obviously is your first goal, but you have to think about how your disc is going to land.
Yeah, I think Lauri was a little bit lucky to hit the basket there because that was going deep into the woods.
Just a quick update, Jonathan Hame is sitting at minus 18 coming from the chase card. He's absolutely on fire.
Well done, Luukas. And this is a little ace run as well. And he went with what looked to be a fairway driver. Which just seemed to overcomplicate things a little bit and risking, of course, that huge skip that he had going deep in the back there. This is just pitch uptown.
And barely that. That's a lot of green stuff to get through. He's got to make this putt to stay in the match.
And yes, to keep the pressure on Lauri. There we go.
Ooh.
Now that's a fist bump.
I like that one. Truncated, not too much height, and the putt was good too.
Lauri dead center. Oh, well, he's getting there. He's getting there. Both Lauri and Jesse -5 for the round. Solid birdie. Luukas as well. For his turkey. But look at all the green by Lauri and Jesse. Moving in to hole 16, par 460 meters. OB left, OB right. And you will see there's plenty of distance to work with here. I want to lay it out on the right hand side and have it fade in towards the center. But swinging basket, guys, does not make the putting green any easier.
No, this is a pure control drive here. A par 4, although it is a bit downhill, so definitely reachable for an eagle if you really rip on one. We've seen Severi, one of the young, great Finnish pros, eagle this hole before.
That's very nice by Lauri.
And sorry, viewers at home, just to let you know, Jonathan Hame again from the chase card birdied that last hole, so he's now at -19 in solo third place.
Yeah, this hole scores half a stroke under par, so not one of the hardest ones, but I think the two things that make this hold hard is, of course, the OB on the right-hand side if you choose to go too wide, as it looks like Luukas is maybe doing here with the wind pushing it down. And of course, high swing out early on the left-hand side, and then of course putting green, the basket. Yeah, it's moving.
Yeah, hanging basket, still 2/3 of the MPO field came away with a birdie on this one.
Some nice drives here at hole 16. As the lead card makes their way into the upshot. Yeah, leaving a little bit more distance than you want there from a fairly easy upshot.
Yeah, this is a basket you just want to be laying under. Don't want to putt at this stuff.
No. Yeah, I like that one from Niklas.
A little surprising you didn't put more of a run on it, seeing the scores. I imagine a player like Niklas is out there to win it, doesn't want to settle for a third or fourth.
Yeah, and especially since there are plenty of room on the right-hand side for a natural fade of a long putt, but solid dead center. That's a 100-pointer. The disc sticks in the chains there. Solid dead center. Yes, it seems to be very comfortable on the green now. 5 in a row. And Niklas.
Easy birdies for these guys.
Yeah. And the fight really seems to be between Jesse and Lauri now, with only 2 holes to go. We're moving into hole 17, which might seem easy, but it's trickier than it looks. It's a par 3, 108 meter. You will see either long forehands to the left of the Mando here, or my favorite kind of shots, which you will have plenty of on this course, which is a backhand Annie, just having it flex and glide down towards the basket. Going long is not usually something you see, but you will see people either fading out too early because not enough angle, or too much angle, risking to go OB on the right-hand side, or even worse, having the wind help out and giving it the thrower. But we have Lauri here starting out with a forehand. Yeah, leaving some meat on the bone there, but is safe. Stiletto time. This looks to have more power. And yeah, stays safe. But he too leaves a lot to be had for a bird. It's a long distance there with a forehand. Only 108 meters, but going that high, long, wide forehand high serve means that you have to have power for at least 130, 140.
Yeah, I find the forehand to be the conservative play here for sure. Looked like Luukas was trying to put a little bit better move on that one, a little more turn. Didn't quite get there. Let's see if Niklas can follow that backhand line.
Looks to be... Oh, that is very tight, and that is lucky. Yeah, that is lucky.
Super fortunate just to be in bounds there.
I was just about to say, it looks like they had some right to left wind as well, so it doesn't help them in terms of the distance here, neither backhand or forehand.
Yeah, it's not the wind you want for this hole.
No. Solid upshot by Niklas. Let's see if Jesse has one. Circle 2. Leaves that one a little low as well. Which seemed to be a theme here in the final round of NBDG Tyyni for Jesse on Circle 2s. Then again, it's downhill, so you don't want to blast past the basket either, so... A little opening for Luukas. Well, he at least gives it a run. But ending up with a little bit of a tricky, longer putt than you want. And Niklas, that means that he cannot repeat his victory from 2020 and the Finnish championship, I think. Even with the hardest hole on the course coming up, gaining 4 strokes to force a playoff, that's going to be hard for him.
Oh,
no. Looked like a great putt, but...
Absolutely had to have that one. While we're tapping out here, I want to thank PDGA Europe once again for helping make the English commentary possible this weekend. We hope you guys have enjoyed it. While they're tapping out, I'll also run down the scores really quickly. We have Lauri at -22, Jesse at -21, and Jonathan Hame birdied this hole to go to -21 as well, heading into 18.
It's all about the beach. Come on, guys. This is a par 3, 115 meters. Water, of course, is all OB. The stakes you can see there as well. It's OB long. This is the hardest hole on the course. It all comes down to this. Can Lauri play it safe and take away the win, or will Jesse force his way in with a birdie here? This is going to be intense. Oh, this is straightening out. This is not coming in. Oh.
Pretty sure that hit a boat. Just absolute yanked that one. What a tough spot for Lauri. Of course, the new rules that came 3-4 years ago, I think. You have to immediately re-tee. You're staring a wind in the face. Just got too much of your drive. No time to recover. It's got check time.
He needs to put this one close. Looks a little bit better. It's sawing off left, and it's a hard green, so you have the risk of going out of bounds, which means we are now tied for the lead from the chase card with Jesse here. And you can just see the hearts breaking for Lauri there.
Yeah, just a
Double
quick reminder, the stakes are OB, not that fence. The stakes do come into play quite often.
And Jesse has some memories here from 2020. Still out of time. Oh!
Just trying to walk it off there in one.
Goosebumps!
Wow, what a pressure-packed shot.
And that means if he can sink this one, he will be the 2021 Tyyni champion.
See if Luukas can finish off a really great tournament for him. I think we're all rooting for him to put one close here.
This looks wide, but it has some stability. Skips from out of bounds to inbounds. And a nice little 11-meter putt towards the water. And if you, like me, wondering why on earth those swans do not move, it's because they're fake. They're not just huge disc golf fans.
There we go, cloud breaker over the water for Niklas.
Yeah, this is looking OB as well. Just Turning that over a little bit too much, which means Niklas will have to re-tee. This looks better. Yeah. Solid execution. Niklas get a little bit of an extra skip there off the pathway, but lead card here is showing why this is the hardest hole on the course. It's not the distance. It's certainly not the trees in the way. It is just the fact that it's such a hard green to land on.
Yeah, you have the pressure, you have the fast green, obviously the water, but the stakes come up quickly. We saw on that right side, there's not a bailout zone on the right. And it's just enough distance where some of the control is sacrificed. Let's see if Lauri can... Really, the story of his tournament, putts that were just centimeters off. I'm not mad at the emotion there. You can tell he cares. You like to see that from a competitor who still has years and years.
And that is Luukas for a fantastic performance this weekend. All smiles means that he will have third place here at the NBDG Tyyni 2021. Niklas.
The old integrity putt there for Niklas. Probably not feeling great about the end of his round there, but nice to can. The old 11-12 meter. Big putt for Jesse here.
For the win. There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2021 NBDG Tyyni champion, Jesse Nieminen, gets his redemption from last year's second place at the Finnish Championship right at this course. Man, look at all that green on the Back-9.
Yeah, awesome performance from Jesse. He stayed cool, calm. He just executed down the stretch. A different story for Lauri, but still a great 3 days of golf. He finishes tied for third with Luukas. Jørn actually made par on this hole, so he was at -21 in the clubhouse. So your 2021 NBDG Tyyni presented by Latitude 64 champion is indeed Jesse Nieminen. And I believe we're going to hear what he has to say in a minute. But Idar, really loved doing the commentary the last few days with you. Thanks for all the viewers. Remember to like and subscribe, all that good stuff. Thanks again to PDGA Europe. And thanks for Juha Kito, Terhi Kito, and the whole team at NBDG. What do you have to say, Idar?
It's been a fantastic weekend. Great to see the spectators out, the fantastic golf. I mean, it's been a pleasure to see the whole tournament play out as well as it did, and now we'll hear from Jesse himself.
Jesse, todella paljon onnea Tyyni 2021 voitosta. Mitkä tunnelmat nyt jäi tästä uskomattomasta viimeisen väylän kiristä?
Kiitos ihan en oikein osaa edes sanoa, että on tässä aika monta vuotta ja aika monta kisaa menty ja on jo vähän ollut semmonen, että aina semmonen ikuinen kakkonen on ollut tai muuta, että aina lopussa on kääntynyt väärinpäin tulokset, mutta en oikein osaa sanoa, minä edes tajua
Sanattomaksi vettää siis.
Joo, kyllä ei en oikein osaa edes kuvailla.
Oliko tää nyt semmonen vähän niinku uusinta otto niistä SM-kisoista, kun jäät silloin Nikille toiseksi, niin nyt te rykkit itse ykköseksi Tyynissä?
Joo, kyllä mä tuossa sanoinkin, kun käveltiin, että ihan tuttu tilanne on tämä, että sitten en tiennyt, että Joonata oli pelannut ihan mahtavan kierroksen kakkoskortista, että se oli tuossa tasoissa mun kanssa ennen viimeistä, että kun Lauri heti auttiin, tiesi, että kolmonen riittää sudariin, mutta pöydillä pääsen niin heti vientämään homma himaa, enkä todellakaan halunnut sudariin, koska viime vuonna se meni SM:ssä sudariin ja kaikki tietää, miten siinä kävi, että tiesi, että Tai no, en ollut reenannut tää väylä etukäteen, vaan viime vuoden SMissä heitin viimeksi tähän heitoon, että en tiedä.
Entä mitäs Tyyni fiilikset näin yleisesti? Mitkä tunnelmat sulla on? Tai mikä sulla on niinku yleinen fiilis tästä Tyynestä?
Siis tää on ihan ehdottomasti omia lempikisoja, että 3 rataa, niin se varmasti luo sen, että kaikki heitot ja kaikille pelaajille on omaa lempirataa täällä. Ja onhan tällä mahtavaa tunnelma ja ihan huikeeta, että saatiin yleisökin tänne että
Oliko tää monesti Tyyni sulle?
Tää oli toinen, että 2019 oli viimeksi.
Ensi vuonna sitten uusiksi.
Joo, totta kai, jos vaan kalenteri osuu.
Yes. Hei, onnea vielä voitosta. Ja...
There you have it, one piece of emotional champion here at the 2021 Tyyni. Want to thank you guys for following along. Remember, hit that subscribe button. We look forward to bringing you great commentary from all over Europe pretty soon again. On behalf of Dean and myself, thank you and see you on the next one.
Vielä olisi 2 luokkaa jäljellä. Kruunaamatta kuningas ja kuningatar. Aloitetaan kuningattaresta. FPO Open Women 3. Olivia Kinstedt. Toiseksi naisten avoimessa Heidi Laine. FPO-luokan voitto Tyynimestari 2021 Jenni Eskelinen.
No niin. Kiitos kisajärjestäjille tästä tapahtumasta. Kiitos Mikko, ratateereet, kiitos kanssapelaajat. Kiitos Särkelät, majoitus- ja lastenvahtipalveluista. Kiitos minun perhe tietenkin ja sponsorit Discmania, Powergrip ja Pickerel Disc Frisbee Golf. Kiitos.
Onnittelut. 1 luokka vielä jäljellä. MPO Open Division. Tied for third place, jaettu 3. sija. Luukas Rokkanen, Lauri Lehtinen. MPO 2. sija, Joonatan Häme. Avoimen luokan voittaja, Tyyni Champion 2021, Jesse Nieminen.
Yes. Kiitoksia ensinnäkin kaikille järjestäjille, sun muille. Ihan mahtavasti vedetyt kisat oli jälleen kerran täällä Tyynessä. Sitten totta kai kiitti kaikille kanssapelaajille oli kyllä äärimmäisen jännittävä viimeinen kierros. Kiitos kaikille siitä. Totta kai kiitos omille sponsoreille Dynamic Discs, Power Grip, Comer Food ja seuralle Vuorella Veikoille ja totta kai reissukavereille Juuso siellä iloisena hymyilee. Kiitti Juuso.
Kiitos, yes.
Ja kiitti kaikille. Anteeksi. Minä ajan tänään vielä.
MPO-luokan kärki.